Welcome to our channel Arts and Education. Today we are going to see a topic on Python function. It's an important topic. We shall say it now. So what is meant by a function? Function is a set of statements which is used to perform a task. So in Python we use different types of functions. The main types of functions are, here I have written, user defined function, built-in function and lambda function. What is meant by user defined function? As the name suggests, user defined means it is defined by the user. Who is the user? The person who is using the computer is the user. So he can define the function. He or she can define the function. That function is called user defined function. So the next one is built-in function. Built-in means it is already built in the software itself. For example, add. For example, subtract. For example, square root. For example, like this, there are different examples. Power. So these are all examples for built-in functions. So built-in functions are those functions which are already defined in the software itself. Those functions are called built-in functions. And lambda functions is one peculiar type of function. This function is not used in other languages. Lambda function is called an anonymous function. Anonymous means it will not have a name, but it will act as a function. You can see this with an example. You can understand better with an example. So there are three types: user defined, built-in function, and lambda function. Okay. Now we move on to the topic calling a function. First of all, I told what are the advantages of a function. Again, I will repeat the advantages of a function. A function means actually it consists of a group of statements which is used to perform a specific task. So what is the advantage then? So the program can be separated into different modules. So different modules are there in a specific program, and each module can be programmed by a specific programmer. That means what? There can be number of programmers while developing a software. So particularly this is useful. That is, this function concept is useful particularly when doing big projects, large projects, when there are a team of programmers to do a specific task. That is called modular programming. So this function is a very important topic in programming. So we are going to see this in detail. Of course, we had already seen this previously, but this class we will be going to see this in a little bit detailed way. Calling a function. What is meant by calling a function? Calling means accessing that particular function. For example, I will write a particular example. DEF. DEF is a keyword we use for calling a function. Define. DEF means define. For example, define hello. Define hello. Print. Print. Hello. Welcome. Then, if there is a defined statement, there will be a return statement. I will explain all this in a sequential way. Return. Then following this, I call this statement. That is, again I access this print hello. So this is a small program I have written to just explain how the function is used. For example, here, what is the function name? The function name is hello. How you say this is the function name? Whenever there is a function followed by a opening bracket and a closing bracket, then it is called a function. So the function name followed by a opening bracket and a closing bracket, then it is called a function. So here in this program, what is the name of the function? Hello is the name of the function. What is this DEF? DEF is a keyword which is used to define the function. So DEF stands for define. Define hello. So this function is defined. How it is defined? Print hello welcome. Print statement is used as an output statement. So whenever we use print, we command the computer or the system so that it prints this whatever is there within the double quotes. hello, welcome. Then return. Return means the job is finished. So after printing this statement, the job is finished and it goes back like this. So define hello, print the statement, then return. So to return to the main program. That is the meaning of this return. Then print hello. So here I am calling this function. So this statement is the calling function. This statement is the calling function. Print hello means, actually print hello means, here I put this arrow. Actually from here it will go and here it will start. Print hello, calling function. Again it will start from here. All the statement will be executed. Again it will come like this. So this particular statement is a recursive statement. As long as it is the end of the program, print hello means again it will start here and it will type this statement like this. So this is a small part of a program explaining calling a function, explaining the concept of calling a function. Now we move on to the next topic, passing parameters. Now we move on to the next topic, passing parameters. Passing parameters means what? Passing the value to a function. So whenever there is a function, there will be one argument also. Here you see here, I given one example. Define area W, H. What is W? What is H? W stands for width. H stands for height. For a rectangle, what is the area? Formula L into B. Okay. So we can substitute here instead of WH, we can substitute L into B also. So according to the formula, we can substitute the parameters. Define area W, H. Okay. Now what I have to do this? I have to multiply. So what is the rectangle? What will be the area? L into B. So here I am using W, H. So what I am going to do? I have to multiply W into H. Return. So after multiplying the variable W into H, I have to return the answer. Return the answer where? To where? To the main part of the program. Okay. So print area. Here this is the calling function. So when I call the function print area, so these values are substituted for W and H. So W takes the value of 3 and H takes the value of 5. So the parameter is passed. So what are the parameters? 3, 5 are the parameters. Value of the parameters. So this value is passed to the parameter W, H. So W takes the value 3, H takes the value 5, W into H equal to 3 into 5, 3 into 5 equal to 15. So the answer for this program is 15 square centimeter. So this is the function by which you can explain how the parameters are passed in a function. Then we do move on to the next topic, required arguments. So what is the required argument? For this I use another program. Here I define, DEF stands for definition. Define print string str. So the function name is what? Print string. And what is the argument? Str. So str is the argument for the function print string. Okay. Print str. Print str means what? I have to type the argument value. I have to type. But here the argument is there, but value is not there. See here, print str, opening bracket, closing bracket. That's all. No value is there. I have to give some value here. Then only the answer will come, or else the answer will not come. It will show error. So, for instead of this str, I have to give value. So here I can give what? I can give welcome. So what is the value of str now? The value of str is welcome. So instead of str, what will be printed in the screen? Welcome. So print str means what? Print welcome. Why here two things? Here str is there, here welcome is there. Why it is like this? Str is the argument, welcome is the value. So whenever there is a function, there will be argument. but that argument will not be printed in the screen. For that argument, we have to give the value. Here, if I give like this, now the program will give the output print string welcome. So welcome will be printed in the screen monitor. Suppose if I don't give, what will happen? If I don't give this, it will show error. It will show error. What error? Error in this statement. So whenever there is one particular mistake also, the program will show error. So this is what required argument. Argument should be given properly. Argument and the value should be given properly. Here you see argument is WH, value is 3, 5. Here argument is str, value is welcome. Like this you have to give. If you don't give the value, then it will show error. Now we move on to the next topic. Keyboard argument. Keyboard argument. So what is keyboard argument? Here I will start the program function name def print data. Inside the print data, what will be there? Name and salary, or name and age. Something will be there. Name and age. Now what can be the next statement? Here print name. This is some variable. Name is some variable. And here we have to give the variable name. Name. What is there are two names here. One is within double quotes, another one is within. There is no double quote. It is simply it is mentioned. Why it is there are two names. Whatever is there within double quotes, that will be printed in the screen. Name means name. It will be printed name. What is this name? This name is a variable. What value we give for this variable, that will be printed. For example, name Kishore, name Ram, name Satish, like this. So this name will be printed in the screen exactly as it is, and this name it will take the value. It will not take type like this name. So here print name. Likewise print age, then age. Here you see this age will be printed in the monitor, and this age what value you give. Age can be 15, age can be 25, age can be 45. So what value you give for this variable, that will be printed. That is the difference between this one and this one. This one is within double quotes, this one is not within double quotes. Okay. Now here I give like this, print data name equal to Ravi and age equal to 35. Like this I give. Name equal to Ravi, age equal to 35. See, I have given two values, Ravi and 35. So the computer will take automatically this for name and this for age. I have to write like this, name equal to Ravi, age equal to 35. Like this if I write print data name equal to Ravi, comma, age equal to 35. If I write like this, the computer will understand. I have to substitute this for this. So name Ravi will be printed for here. Name Ravi. Here what will be printed? Age 35. So this is called default argument. Understood? So what we give here, that will be taken. Suppose here the value is given. For example, age equal to 35. Here it is given like this. And here name is not given. The name value is not given. I just write like this. Name equal to Ravi. Name equal to Ravi. Or I just type Ravi. Here I just type Ravi like this. So what the computer will do? For age it will take 35, and for name it will take the name Ravi. So this is called default. Default by computer itself automatically takes this. Automatically takes Ravi for name, and age already the value is given 35. So name equal to Ravi, age equal to 35. So one value is given, one value is not given. So if one value is not given, the computer takes it automatically from the program itself. So that is the difference between required argument and default argument. So see, default argument, the computer automatically chooses the value from the program itself. This is the difference between these two. So here is so much of flexibility in Python. Even if you do mistake somewhere, you can easily correct that by adding one statement. It is not like that in C++ and other programming languages. So here you can make changes for the program. We move on to the next topic, variable length. Variable length. This is one interesting thing. Here I will show how the program and the variable length should match. For example, I start with df sum x comma y comma z. So what is the name of the function? The name of the function is sum. What are all the parameters inside? X, y, z. How many numbers are there inside this function? 3 numbers. Here I use the print statement and add all this x plus y plus z. Okay. Then I use one return statement. Return statement, what it will do? It will add all these numbers and the value will be returned. So this is the execution of this program. The value will be returned to the main function. That's all. Now, where is the value? Is there any value in this program? No. So here I have to give the value print sum. What are the values? 3, 4, 5. So I have given the values for x, y, z. What values I have given? 3, 4, 5. This 3 is for x. This 4 is for y. And this 5 is for z. So all these 3 values will be substituted here. So x becomes 3, y becomes 4, z becomes 5. 3 plus 4 plus 5. 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 5 is 12. So this particular value program will get the output. What will be the answer of this program? 12. So this is what I have taught in this. This is called variable length. Suppose here I have given 3 parameters. Here I have given 4 numbers. What will be the output of the program? Output will show error. Why it will show error? Because here parameters are x, y, z, but values are 4 values are there. So computer gets confused. Which value should be taken for x? Which value should be taken for y? And which value should be taken for z? So this parameter value and this actual value should match. If it is not matching, computer will show error. This is called variable length. So in a function, in a program, you have to take care of all these things. Now we move on to the next topic, anonymous function. Anonymous means what? Anonymous means without any name. So the function is there, but it is without any name. Can we see an example for this? Yes. So anonymous sum equal to lambda argument 1. Argument 2 is such that argument 1 plus argument 2. Now in the next statement, sum equal to 30, 40. Okay. And in another statement is there sum equal to minus 30 comma 40. Now I use the print sum. Print sum statement. Here you see we use one anonymous, there is no name. See here lambda. So this function has two variables, has two arguments, argument 1 and argument 2. Argument 1 is such that it is argument 1. Argument 2 is such that it is addition of argument 1 plus argument 2. So what is we have to do? We have to add these two. So if you add 30 plus 40, what is the answer? 70. So the value will, what we get is, that will be stored in this variable sum. So the value of sum is now what? 70. So for the first answer, sum equal to 30 plus 40, answer will be what there? Answer will be 70. If we move on to the next one, argument 1 is minus 30, argument 2 is 40. If you add minus 30 plus 40, what will be the answer? Minus 30 plus 40 is 10. So here the output will become 10. Why here the output becomes 10? Here the output is 10 and here the output is 70. Why? Because the sign changes. Here both is positive. Both are positive numbers. Here one is positive and another one is negative. If you add these two, you have to find the difference and put the sign of the greatest number. So output becomes 10. So see how the program works. So here lambda is a function. This function is an anonymous function without any name. So anonymous functions are called lambda functions in Python. This is an example for anonymous function. Then we have seen this return statement. Many times we have seen the return statement. I taught you what is the use of the return statement. Return statement returns the value of the function to the main part of the program. That is a function of the return statement. So any function, if it is there will be a return statement. That statement will return the value to the main part of the program. The scope of a variable. Scope of a variable means what? First of all, what is a variable? Variable is a location which stores the value. So in a program, variables are memory locations which store value. So there are two types of variables: local variable, global variable. Local variable are those variables which are defined within a function. Global variables are those variables which are defined outside the function. So local variables are defined within a function. Global variables are defined outside the function. So that's all in this class. We shall see some examples for these local and global variables in the next class. Thank you.